Next up at UFC 281, we have Julio Arce taking on Montel Jackson. Julio Arce is 18-5 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, and he is alternating wins and losses. Montel Jackson, 11-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming back after a year away. Julio Arce is a striker. He's got solid volume, impressive defense. He's able to come forward with power, but still counter-strike. He's a pretty well-rounded guy. He does have some wrestling in his back pocket and solid takedown defense. Montel Jackson, okay wrestler, solid striking, legit power. He put a clinic on JP Bays in that fight. He had 4 knockdowns, 4 takedowns, and his only losses are to people who can out-wrestle him. I don't see Julio Arce being one of those people. So I think Montel Jackson gets this done. Do I love the minus 200? No, I think that's a little wide. But I do think Montel Jackson, if you can't out-wrestle him, he can out-wrestle you, he can outstrike you. So I think he's a little bit better than Julio basically everywhere in this fight. What do you think?
I disagree in the striking. I don't think he's the better striker in this matchup. As far as like a pure boxer.
I guess I'm going raw power, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, and I definitely agree with that with raw power because he's more of a sniper than just a boxer. Julio is a very, very good boxer. I mean, he's in and out, slipping shots. He looks like an actual boxer in there. Where Montel has that very long, 1-2 down the pipe. And if it lands on the button, he's gonna knock out most people. In this matchup, I think Montel needs to use his wrestling because of the boxing of Julio Arce. If he comes in and tries to stand in front of Julio Arce, he's not going to be able to hit Julio. Julio is too good in and out with the way he sees. His vision is so good in the striking. Yes, he might be able to land that snipe shot, but he's so long with it. I feel like Julio can see that. I think he needs to do the wrestling. And if this is a close fight and it's 1-1, we've seen Montel in the third rounds not have the sense of urgency you would like to see him fight. Now, again, as you mentioned, that's usually against the wrestlers, against the grapplers. When he's getting out-wrestled, he kind of can break in those third rounds. But if this is 1-1, and I got to put my money on somebody going in the third round, I'm going to take Julio Arce in this matchup because I think he is the tougher of the two. But my pick for this fight is Montel. I think he can get some takedowns early, first round, second round, bank those. I think this is definitely a decision fight. But like I said, this is 1-1. I like Julio to win that third round. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing as I am with Montel in third rounds, but Julio's a lot tougher than people are giving him credit for.
Yeah, I mean, my breakdown on quick picks was essentially Julio's going to be the more technical striker. Montel's going to have more power. So if he comes forward, throws the power, dives at legs, this is his fight. And I think that's exactly what he does. He's a year out. Sometimes they're a little crusty coming back a year away, but
crusty.
I think he
Oh my God.
Like your sheets.
I actually just got new sheets. I just got a new mattress topper. Hey, anyone in the chat, preferably females, but anyone in the live chat, if you want to try out my new mattress topper and brand new sheets, I've only slept in them 3 times, so I do get a little bit sweaty when I sleep. Though.
Preferable females? That's not a hard line. Like anybody, listen, but hopefully,
you know how old I am. I've had one. I mean, at this point, you can't be picky, Angelo. I mean, that's just the way it is. Yeah, I can't be picky. There's a lot of great dudes here. I0, I love I0. He's a great dude. That's about it.
All right. Well, if his profile picture is legit, I guess he's a decent looking guy, but you never know. Anyway, I guess we're inclusive. I like Montel Jackson to win. Did you give an official pick here? You just said if it's tied,
I don't love it. There's a lot of people that love Montel in this matchup. Yeah, I think he should win. I see this as minus 150. I think the odds aren't too far off, but yeah, Montel's my pick.
Yeah, I think the odds are a little off. I do not think he should be a 2-1 favorite. He is a year removed. I haven't really seen the gassing type issues, and it's funny because I said how impressive it is. He knocked down JP Bays 4 times and took him down, but other people have put JP out. So, why couldn't you put him out? I don't look at it that way.
JP in that first round of that matchup was controlling Montel on the ground. Yeah, another one of those wrestlers, controlling him, but Arce's not going to be able to do that.
No, yeah, and that's who Montel loses to, a wrestler, so I don't see that here. I like Montel Jackson to win. Do I like him for $9,000 in DraftKings? No. I think there's other fighters at that price point that are I'm more confident in. Is Julio worth the $7,200? I mean, that's such a steep discount. I don't think he wins this, but because I don't know how he would win it. I don't see him knocking out Montel, and I don't see him getting the takedown. So I don't necessarily know how he would win.
It would be a close decision for Julio, which I think he can do that more, and people are giving him credit for. But as far as DraftKings goes, that's not going to be very scoring high. Well, good.
Yeah. Nope, I got you. Very clear. Very clear. Monkey Knife Fight strike line 56 to 79. This is another one I'm not going to touch. Monkey Knife Fight, there's some of these lines, and I know actually I did these graphics, so I'm positive there's a few fights coming up with solid lines that I love, one direction. But for the most part, I'm all in on Knockout Kings. It pays well. It's steady Eddie, and it is much easier to pick one out of 3 fighters to get a KO or TKO than it is to nail all these strike lines, especially if you don't love them. If you want to check that out, weonpicks.com/MKF. If you want to see all the bets that we have already placed on this entire event, go to wewontpicks.com, click Become a Member. It is only $10 a month. That's $2.50 a week. Sign up. You'll get access to everything we put out there instantly. Quint Lazenby, $2. Thank you again. Julio round 1 KO. Shit.
That's the Quint and I0. I think that's their lock of the week. I0 always has one person first round KO every single week. He hasn't hit one yet. And Julio's his guy this week. So we'll see what happens.
Well, thank you very much, Quint. Very, very appreciated.